From the Charleston Riverdogs celebrating 24 years in business to honoring Tony the Peanut Man, I sit down one-on-one with Charleston Riverdogs President and General Manager Dave Echols for a special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores, or listen to this interview later on the free Quintin's Close-Ups iHeartRadio podcasts. Well, it's been 5 years I went back and saw since I did.
Has it been that long?
No.
Man, it seemed. I wouldn't have guessed 5. I would have thought maybe 2.
When we did it outside.
That's right. We were right outside left field.
Yeah, with that Canon camera I had. Oh God, that was awful. But I have better equipment now.
Well, thanks for coming.
Anytime. What is going on here?
Wow. Well, there's so much going on. It's actually the end of July, so our season actually only has about 20 home games left. So the season's just flying by. Still 20 games left for fans to come out and check out what we have going on. But we have 70 home games a year, so we've played a lot of baseball already. But as far as what's going on, again, we're the Riverdogs, so there's a lot going on. It's our 175 years of being Riverdogs in dog years.
Yeah.
So 25 years of being Riverdogs. So we're having a lot of fun with that all season long. Just really relating to the fans and getting their experiences over the number of years and just trying to have as much fun as possible. Fun is good, right?
That's
so
right.
So that's what we're trying to do. We have launched a few promotions that have been rather captivating so far this year. We've got a big one coming up. I don't know if that's if you want to talk about that one a little bit.
Absolutely. Tony the Peanut Man.
Tony the Peanut Man.
I know on the 28th you guys are going to rename the Charleston Riverdogs. The Charleston Bowl Peanuts was actually like.
Right.
The Charleston Riverdogs are paying homage to the local culinary favorite and ballpark icon when they become the Charleston Bowl Peanuts for one night only.
That summarizes Tony and the Riverdogs right there, because there is in sports a craze going across all teams and all sports right now, trying to infuse what in your market, what food is prevalent along with your fan base at a game for an experience. And we've done a lot with our food over the years, and Tony's been synonymous with the ballpark and the Riverdogs for a long time. So a great opportunity to really marry all three of us again, to really have a fun evening at the ballpark. And this will be something that we think we're going to do every year. We've talked to Tony's family, and they're excited about it. So it's something we want to build on, get the fans' reaction, and just try to have it keep growing. But you take the Low Country's love of boiled peanuts,
right,
and when you think of boiled peanuts in the Low Country, you think of Tony. And when you think of both of those, you think you're going to get them at the ballpark, at a Riverdog game. So we decided to take our tried and true, tested name of the Riverdogs, change it to the boiled peanuts, have a night where we're celebrating Tony. We're keeping his legacy alive. We're infusing the fans with more opportunities to have boiled peanuts, to celebrate the food of peanut, and trying to help raise a little bit of funds for muscular dystrophy, which was a disease Tony was struggling with at the end of his life. So Tony's family's been with us, even with Tony's passing. They've stayed on at the ballpark selling peanuts. So it's certainly a true family affair, not just on their side, but you take the two together. And so we're real excited to be able to launch this, have a lot of fun. Tony liked to have a lot of fun at the ballpark. We're going to continue that as much as possible.
What is that one game that describes Tony in your mind?
Well, I think he would be thrilled. We're celebrating the boiled peanut. We talked. I mean, I've been with the team 15 plus years, right, and every year working with Tony, he always had ideas. And probably within the last 3 to 5, he was talking about a peanut festival. He was talking about a way to, get his brand out there more. Yeah. And so part of what we're doing on Saturday is we're going to have a mini festival on the concourse before the game starts. And again, over the course of years that we keep doing this, hopefully that part of the promotion will continue to grow, and that will grow into a really well received by the public peanut festival. So that's hope. That's part of the hope down the line. But Tony just loved dancing and singing and giving his peanuts out. And the fans, that was part of the experience of coming to the game. You never knew if you were going to run into Tony or if he was going to stop and turn around and talk to you or sing to you. And this is a game where we're going to celebrate all of that at once. And so I think he's probably smiling watching it.
Oh, absolutely. Yesterday was National Hot Dog Day, and I'm wondering, what was your favorite hot dog growing up, or even now in your mind?
Well, we have the home wrecker that we sell at the Riverdogs at the Joe here. It's a foot long, and you pile it on, and that's definitely a home wrecker. I mean, that's a big hot dog. I think I'm a chili dog fan myself, so I like to put the mustard and the chili and just sit back and enjoy it with a nice cold beverage.
Yes, indeed. You talk about 15 years here at the Charleston Riverdogs, and I believe in 2004 you became the general manager. What has it been like for you, Dave Echols?
Well, it's a dream come true. I got out of college, graduated from college, and I wanted to get into the business side of sport. Baseball was my first passion, so if I could get into the business side of baseball, that's what I wanted to try to do. I was able to do that and gain different experiences in different markets doing that, and my ultimate goal was to try to find a market that I felt really comfortable in, that I thought checked off the boxes for me to be personally happy, personally and professionally. And I moved around a lot to try to learn as much as I could and to be smart enough when the situation presented itself. Being asked to come back to Charleston in 2004, the Charleston market checks those boxes for me. So I couldn't be happier. We're continuing to grow the business. The community is still receiving us with a lot of our fun. So I'm happy. This is where I want to be.
Today is Throwback Thursday, according to Twitter. So what is your favorite game in your mind when you think the Charleston Riverdogs?
Wow, that's a really tough question, Quintin. We've done and tried a lot of unique promotions, so it'd be really hard to zero in on some of those. And we've had great appearances from celebrities and former athletes, and so it's really hard to pick something like that out. But for one strange reason or another, one that jumps out at me was just a few years ago where we hadn't made the playoffs in quite some time. We made the playoffs, and we were having our first playoff game in quite a few years. And the community just really rallied around us. We had a full house. We did a promotion with a sponsor. We gave out 5,000 T-shirts. The team really responded. It was a great, exciting ball game, and we came from behind and won. And the place was just electric. I didn't want that night to end. It was just, we didn't necessarily reach the next level because it was just one game in the playoff series, but just that one game, that atmosphere, the fans were excited, great weather, the team was excited and having fun. It was a great ball game. It was a goosebumps. It was just electric. You just didn't want the game in the evening to end. That one jumps out at me. But there's over 15 years. There's just so many, from Hank Aaron coming in to crazy promotions like not letting anybody in the ballpark for a game. It's really hard to narrow it down. There's just so many that we try to have as much fun as we can.
Yeah. And I know earlier you talked to me about 20 home games left.
Yeah.
What should the headline be about this year's season as far as the Charleston Riverdogs in your mind?
Well, last year was the best year we've ever had. Both, specifically in regards to the business side, we had the best attendance we've ever had, and everybody was just coming off a great year. The team was very, very competitive, but we sat back and tried to figure out how could we top that. And I think the easiest way to summarize it, and it truly embodies the team and our relationship to the community, is just 175 years in dog years. It's simple, but it's a little odd. It's funny, but it also implies, we've been here, we've been around. It's actually 175 years in dog years, 25 years of actually being the Riverdogs. We're celebrating that this year. That's our that's been our focus. We like to call ourselves Charleston's youngest historic site. So I think those are kind of the couple catchphrases that I would say sums up the year. We try to be we try to have as much fun as we can, and the 175 years, Charleston's youngest historic site, kind of conveys that while also conveying stability, trustworthiness, and just fun is good.
That is so good to hear. Well, Dave Echols, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
I
you.
really, really appreciate this.
Yeah, thanks, Quintin.
Anytime. Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.